Michael Gniffke,
Good afternoon.
you recently made a trip to Salzburg
Yes,
to give a presentation on strategies for opera singers
indeed.
at the Mozarteum Music University.
Exactly.
Wow. And today, very generously, Michael Gniffke is going to share this presentation with us. Let me introduce Michael to you, because he has a unique career. He is a partner and a director of an IT company, and there he is responsible for complex projects which involve dozens of people. So he is a real manager, and he is used with hiring and firing people, which means he has seen quite a lot of resumes.
Indeed, yes.
But he's a nice guy. And now, the important thing,
He too is also a nice guy.
he is a successful opera singer. He is successful on two levels. He is a very successful opera singer. And now the incredible thing, he started his professional career at the age of 46. 4 years later, he sang at the Bayreuther Festspiele. Small part, but though his personal dream came true.
Indeed, this was the most important thing in my life as a singer.
And today, he is singing as a character tenor on the highest level. So, future roles, such as Siegfried Mime, and future contracts, such as Vienna State Opera, are proof of an A-class career. Wow. So we have this really unique chance to learn from a person who has the experience of a manager and of an opera singer.
Yes.
Good introduction, isn't it?
Yes, super.
Thank you so much.
But he's a nice guy.
I was so afraid of this. So, here in my hand, I have the script from the speech you held in Salzburg at the Mozarteum University. And we are going through this script. Is there something you would like to say before we start?
No,
No,
I think
okay.
let's go into it.
Okay. You are a unique example that everyone can go his own way. And you write here in this script, after graduations, there are many ways. Or would you say paths?
Yes. I think important is that you have a plan. You have a dream, and the dream is a plan on a timeline, basically. So you have to define where you want to go and what you want to achieve until when. I mean, for me, the only dream was to sing in Bayreuth. This dream came true, and I did everything for this. But not everyone wants to sing in Bayreuth, or if you want to sing and you can't get into exactly this, you may have other goals too. So you need to have not only a plan A, but also a plan B, a plan C, a plan D. The alphabet has many characters, and characters,
Letters.
letters. Oh my God. It's early for me as a tenor in the afternoon. So anyway,
Plan B, Plan C,
plan C, plan D, and so on. I mean, if you know where you want to go, you can define and find a path. And this is the most important thing in my personal thing. So you have to find an agent, you have to get connected to people, and so on and so on. And then you have to tell to everybody, this is what I want, and I will do everything for it. But the strategy that you have should basically define the energy you put into your dream.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't put enough energy into it, it's not that important. I mean, that's a basically easy thing. And for me, this was where I put most of my personal energy into this dream to sing in Bayreuth.
We go directly to the question, agency. You write here, agency. How can I choose an agency? How do I behave towards an agency? And how do I apply to an agency?
I think there are a lot of agents all over the world, and you find them on opera base, basically.
On opera base.
Yeah, on opera base. You have the address, you have the contact persons, everyone is there. 2.5 million users or subscribers, I'm not quite sure about that figure, but this is the most important resource. And what I did, I mean, I made a choice. I've tried to find out on the letters A to C, which are the most what agents are there, and then I choose the less importance first.
The less important agencies.
First.
Okay.
So just to ensure, do I get a reaction back? Yes, no, and what is their behavior and so on. So I tried to learn from the feedback, because you have just one shot if you choose the most, if you choose the biggest agent, and they say no.
Yeah. He could be busy, perhaps. Huh?
Yeah, he could be busy, or he says no, my roster is full. But at the end, just to have one agent is important.
Yeah.
And if the agent does a lot for you, then it's the right agent. If he does nothing, and then it's the wrong agent, you choose the next. But at the end, you need to have someone which really takes care of you and believes in you and says, you will have a good career and I will help you to this, because at the end it's a win-win situation for both, for the agent, for the opera house, for also the people who is listening to you, and for you as a singer, because you then get paid for this what you are doing.
And okay, so how did you apply to an agent?
The point was, as I had several loops, I relearned from the feedback how to better apply to this. So I wrote very, very short application emails. The shorter the better, with clear message on it. So like, I want to apply for an audition as a character tenor in the German Fach. So everyone reads just the...
This is one sentence.
This is just one sentence.
Hello, I'd like to apply for an audition.
Yes.
For a character.
So the message comes always in the beginning, not at the end. Because no one reads all these applications letters, nor I do. So I just invest 20 seconds into this, and also all the other agents get a lot of letters. So the more clear your message is at the beginning, the more they will take a decision, yes, no, at the beginning. And then some short feedback, what I did in the past, 2-3 lines, but not more. And then directly, here are my links, here's my summary. And this is a voice example. And also with regard to the voice example.
There was one voice example.
I had
not a video, 2 voice examples. Video.
2 voice examples.
Video, no video. No video.
But if you have a good video, you can send it anyway. But it should be really, really good. And that's important. The quality of the examples that you send should be on a super high level.
So better only one, but good one instead of 5. Okay. We just continue. My presence. I have several presences. For example, web presence. Your website. What is important for a website?
I mean, it's a little bit the same like the applications letter. The shorter the text is, and the more clear it is, the better it is at the end. And not a complex menu structure, not a lot of citations or flowers around this. Just be as clear as possible, and always think from the one who should read the text. I mean, you have a personal style on your website. This is super cool, and you can have also colors and so on. But at the end, I go to the website. I want to see okay, it's a tenor. He has done this. He's going to sing this. This is the schedule, and this is the short summary. Some voice examples. As less as possible.
The shorter, the better.
The shorter, the better. Less is more, believe me.
Less is more.
This is one key takeaway for you, I would say. Yes.
Key takeaway from Michael Gniffke: less is more.
Yes.
Sounds obvious, but it is not obvious always.
I mean,
because it is a very difficult choice to leave something out.
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
Less is more. Less is more. Does this also work for the repertoire list? What about the repertoire list? Is less more? I know people want to show everything they have done, to prove that they have been busy and to prove that they are capable.
I don't have any repertoire on my website, because my repertoire is shown up in my bio. So in my biography, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I have it, but it's hidden on my website, so no one can find it. But at the end, the repertoire is okay as long as the person who reads it knows what you are famous for. So you have to show up. I'm an expert on Baroque music, I'm an expert on German Fach, I'm an expert as a lyric tenor. But if you have a repertoire as a lyric tenor and you have sung, for instance, Mime or Spoletta or something like this, it does not really match. It should have a red line on it, and the red line is super important for everyone's. So I even in my biography I deleted some things which I have done, like Faust or Hoffmanns Erzählungen, because I want to be seen as a character tenor.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to be seen as a lyric tenor, as an example, I would hide something like Spoletta or Goro or Hexe, something like this. It should be clear for everyone what you're standing for. And these are the roles where you are really, really good. 5 roles, 3 roles.
So the red line.
The red line.
Yeah. So it's useful to leave away things which don't help the red line, and also to leave away, very small houses which are not really representative.
Yes, it depends where you are in your career. I mean, it's not...
Yes, but the problem most often is that they are long. Very long.
Shorten it.
So short.
Shorten it. Less is more. Again.
Less is more. Biography? I have a very important question about biographies. The name dropping. I very often read biographies where I read a long list of names. 20 conductors the person has been working with, or 20 stage directors the person has been working with.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have any of those?
I have some, but I read this morning a biography of a singer, and the person stated a lot of conductors, which I never heard before, which does not mean anything. But if you have sung with Christian Thielemann, which I did, I state this because Christian Thielemann is known. And also Frédéric Chasselin or no, Frédéric Chasselin, she's super known, he's super good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, if you say...
But it is really about this habit, to have those big enumerations of houses or whatever.
At the end, also here less is more. If you have sung at the Vienna State Opera or in Bayreuth and so on, then let's say Otterfing or Weiningen or whatever is not that important. So leave away things that don't really help to show where you are in your career at the moment.
Okay. You said something which I think is very interesting. You said house before role.
I mean, if you have sung at the Vienna State Opera, even a small role, everyone knows that. What is the Vienna State Opera or something like this? And but if you have to know a role to sing it later on in a big house, you would choose first the role, because the role is a strategic role, and then go and say, okay, now I can present this house because this role because I've already done it in a smaller house, also for a big house, because at the end this is important that you have sung some roles, because making a debut on a big role in a big house maybe not a good thing or may not work, but at the end I choose first the house because it gives me a better standing with regard to the agent. Because at the end you need to be famous, or you want to be famous, or you want to be at least known for something, and the bigger houses always are very interesting. But big means not only Vienna State Opera or London Covent Garden. This just means A houses. Also for me, a super good house is also Kassel, because I've sung there Gist. We sing the Rheingold Mime now in April 23, and I'm super happy with that. At the end, Here it matches very well where I want to be with the roles, where I want to be also with the house. And it's a matter of time also, and also a matter how your agent acts together with you. If he helps you to rise your career and he says, go to Rome, go to there and sing, or Helsinki, I don't know, wherever you want, then you have to have done before some good things so that the casting directors know, he or she was there, she has done this in Bayreuth or wherever you want to be, then this is helpful, I would say.
What about social media, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram?
I think it's good to stay connected with people. But it's not, for me, not that important. For me, it's important that I get connected to the important people and all the time send an SMS, a WhatsApp or whatever, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, so that people reminds me and so on. But at the end, if you want to show up what you're doing and so on, it's super nice and it's cool. And a lot of singers are on Facebook anyway, and me too. So you may find me there if you want. But I don't know whether a casting director would write to you directly in Facebook because he would write to the agent anyway. So it's just to show up what you're doing. But also there, I mean, if you state that you're cooking at the moment in the kitchen, that your kids are around you, and then 2 days later you state something about an opera and so on, perhaps it's okay for close friends and so on, but on a professional level, for me personally, it doesn't really play a role.
Yeah.
The connection is important to the people.
Less is more. We have been through this. What if I have very little to show on my biography and it looks quite blank? What did you write to your biography when you were 46 years old and you started your career? It was empty. What did you write?
Nothing. Nothing really. So I didn't really have a biography.
Okay.
But then I tried at least to show up first the roles which I did, or which I can't say that I faked it. That would be not true, but I optimized a little bit my biography with regard to what I've done and so on. And the biography also is the same as with the website, is under a continuous change process. I'm working once a week on my website. I change a small word. I will change this evening again something. And at the end, state what you have done, be clear, say always the truth, but make this clear. And even then, if you don't have to show a lot of things, you can at least show for what you have to want to be seen for. I mean, that you specialized on old music and so on.
If you watch him now, you can see his eyes, and I can see that he is not telling everything he knows about. So I know there's a lot of strategic tricks and tips going through his mind. If you would like to have a strategy consultation with Michael, where he goes into your certain case, then get into contact with him. He will offer this the same way as others offer singing lessons. In the link below, you can subscribe to our landing page, and there you will find his email address. But please use this email address and not any other channel. And get into contact with him. I'm sure he's full of ideas how to present you the best way and how to build up your personal strategy.
One thing, for instance, which I wouldn't do is, if you have a repertoire list which you want to show, and you state like with a star, sung, not sung, sung, not sung, or just prepared, everyone knows, she knows it, but she hasn't done it. But if you don't state this, nobody knows whether you have done it already or not. So you give too much information. Less information is more, because at the end, the person who reads your biography or your repertoire list, then can decide themselves whether whether they want to ask for more and so on. So don't show too much information. Show the right information in an appropriate way, but
if you tell somebody this is something I have done but not done, this is too much information.
The same thing is also with the statement when or how old is a voice example. For instance, if you write I don't know, Schumann Dichterliebe sung in 2004, so everyone knows it's a long time ago and the voice has changed. But if you leave away the year when you have sung it, then nobody knows whether it was 2 months ago or just 1 month ago or 1 year ago. So just leave the information away. It's not helpful at the end, you know what I mean?
Super. Thank you so much. This was the first video of a mini-series of 3 videos. There are 2 more videos to follow. And the next episode will be about auditions. So, Michael will tell us strategies on how you can present the best way for every audition. So, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell and make sure you won't miss this video. Michael, thank you so much for being here for this first episode. I hope this was helpful content for you. Now I wish you a lot of concerts, a lot of performances, fulfilling and well-paid engagements, and a lot of success with defining your personal strategy. See you soon.